George Tiller, that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Anarchy and vigilantism will assure the collapse of any society. Once the rule of law breaks down, a country is finished. Thus, clear-thinking Americans should condemn the murder of late-term abortionist Tiller. Even though the man terminated thousands of pregnancies, what he did is within Kansas law. The accused killer, 51-year-old Scott Roeder, may have had ties to the Freeman Organization, a far-right group which rejects government authority. Roeder is likely to be charged with first-degree murder. He has a previous weapons charge conviction. The 67-year-old Tiller had performed abortions for more than 35 years. The Washington Times estimates he destroyed about 60,000 fetuses. 60,000. According to the AP, Tiller performed more than 250 late-term abortions in 2003 alone. His income was estimated to be more than $1 million a year. Right now, 36 states restrict late-term abortions, and there are only 3 clinics that perform them in the entire country. Medical consensus is that late-term abortions are rarely necessary because technology can now pinpoint major pregnancy problems much earlier than 21 weeks. Thus, very few American doctors will perform the operation. None of that seemed to matter to Tiller, nicknamed the baby killer by pro-life groups, who stated he was helping women. Tiller stated that. Now, when I heard about Tiller's murder, I knew pro-abortion zealots and Fox News haters would attempt to blame us for the crime, and that is exactly what has happened. Writing in the New York Daily News, reporter Helen Kennedy was very, very sympathetic to Tiller and called my reporting on him rants. Now, Kennedy has lied about us before, so her spin comes as no surprise. Arianna Huffington immediately let her fanatics loose. Mary Mapes, Dan Rather's former producer, who was fired from CBS over false story on President Bush, wrote on the Huffington Post, quote, "I felt just sick when I saw the bulletin about the murder of Dr. George Tiller. I can already envision the backpedaling and rationalizing that we'll hear from longtime Tiller critic Bill O'Reilly." No backpedaling here, madam. Unlike you, I report honesty. Every single thing we said about Tiller was true, and my analysis was based on those facts. The far-left lunacy continued with Daily Kos editor Marcos Miletis, quote, "Who'll be the next target of O'Reilly's and Beck's ire to get gunned down by a domestic conservative terrorist?" As the Catholic League pointed out today, the hateful Kos is bashing me right above an ad for an upcoming interview with Bill Ayers. Perfect. Finally, far-left Kansas City Star columnist Mike Hendricks wrote, quote, "The murder accomplices include everyone who has ever called Tiller's late-term abortion clinic a murder mill, whoever called Tiller the killer." Now, it is clear that the far left is exploiting the death of the doctor. Those vicious individuals want to stifle any criticism of people like Tiller. That and hating Fox News is the real agenda here. Finally, if these people were so compassionate, so very compassionate, so concerned for the rights and welfare of others, maybe they might have written something, one thing, about the 60,000 fetuses who will never become American citizens. Or am I wrong?